Hey y'all, so I am at my friend's place today because on Tuesdays I watch my two nieces, who are both magically sleeping at the same time right now, which is a godsend. And yeah, so I decided to make a video because it's been a little bit, I think. I've been trying to be like, I'll make one video a week and I just don't. But I miss the long form and I miss having records of what I was up to. You know, it's so fun for me to look back on old stuff. So I want these to be here in a couple of years when I'm like, where was I at in 2023? Yeah, I feel like the divorce has been really difficult for me because I'm dealing with a lot of emotional wreckage and financial wreckage and, you know, the whole nine. I mean, it upended my whole life. And it's come to my attention recently that Han has a new partner, which is completely unsurprising because we met 6 months after the first divorce, so not surprising to see the cycle repeating. So it's like, oh yeah, here they are. They've moved on to their new person, and I'm left with the aftermath of everything they did to me, trying to process and heal through it. And, you know, sometimes I feel like I'm just like alone in this process because no one knows what it's like to, no one I know knows what it's like to have been with someone for 4 years and married, planning a life together with a narcissist, someone who the Han that I knew was basically a character to make me fall for them, to keep me in their life until I was no longer valuable enough and I was discarded, and now they found someone new. So not only am I just grieving the normal things when you get divorced, you know, the way the relationship didn't end the way you wanted, all those things. I also am trying to stop loving a person that never really existed. I mean, I guess they really existed at that time, but that person does not exist anymore because I'm no longer the focal point. And that just like creates an extra level of things where it's like, what I even know about Han as a person, is any of that real? Is anything that I was ever told real? It really starts to fuck with you when you're like, what in my last 4 years of life was real? Other than my feelings and my emotions and my experiences. Because I actually was in love with Han. I actually did want to spend my life with Han. And, you know, it's hard because part of me still does. Not the Han that is Han that I know now, but the Han that I fell in love with. That person who was never real, that person is who I miss. And every once in a while, there are some small things where it's like an inside joke we had, or a show we watched together, or a TikTok that we would have talked about, and I just think about them, and I'm like, the only person I would have talked to about this, you know, was Han. I just feel like most people in my life don't get it, and the people that are close to me that do get it don't fully get it because they weren't in the relationship. And so it's like, it just feels very isolating to be like, wow, every day I feel like I remember something new that was messed up, that was happening, that I wasn't like consciously aware of in the moment. And it just feels like I'm just constantly untangling things. So that's where I'm at. Oh, there's Ruben. Come here. Oh, you're gonna lay down on the girl's bed. He likes to nap on Maeve's daycare nap. Come here. Come here. Come here. Ruben, come on. What? Come here. Hi. It's my good nanny dog. My good buddy. You wanna go lay in the sun? I let you do that. Yeah, go ahead. You're my good boy. Ruben gets me through. Yeah, you do. Go ahead and lay down. Sorry, I interrupted you. He's like, I was trying to lay in the sunbeam and you're trying to talk to me. What the best? He's the best. What a good boy. Anyway, I guess that's where I'm at. I feel like the layers of coming out of a narcissistic relationship are just so many. And it feels very isolating. Which I guess is typical because when you're in it, it is also very isolating. So I should expect the healing process to run about the same. Anyway, I'm building up to, our anniversary is coming up in April, our anniversary of dating, which we would always kind of do something for even after we were married. So I'm like, here I am like trying to process that, and Han's like on to the next, doesn't give a fuck. I don't matter anymore. So, and as always, my heart breaks to be away from Coda and to just like have to grieve this relationship that could have continued if the family dynamic was not toxic. There's plenty of people that still keep in touch with their in-laws after a divorce. I'm trusting in the universe that one day we will be in connection again, and I hope that the love I gave him while I could over the 4 years was enough to, sustain him. And yeah, I feel like if I knew for certain that he'd reach out, I could like process it better. The lack of certainty is like, I don't want to let go of a child who I love, the child who made me an uncle. It's like everything I do with these girls, I think about the first kid I did this with Coda. All these little things. Carrying them on my back, like making them food, nap time, bedtime, like everything. There was another kid first. And, I've got this little drawing of him and I tattooed on me. He drew this of us. He gave it to me and he said, "This is me and you hanging out together every day." I'm so glad I got it tattooed on myself. And every time I miss him, I just kind of, think about him. I also have his name on my leg too. But, yeah. One day things will be different. I just have to trust in that. The trusting in that is hard. So, anyway, I think I've rambled enough. If I said anything that makes any sense, I don't know. April will be 5 years since my grandfather died, 5 years since Johnny Cat died, and 5 years sober. So, big month. It's always a hard month, but my sister's due for a baby, so that'll bring some sunshine into an otherwise painful month. So, yeah. That's all I've got to say. I'm going to go lay on the couch over there while the two girls are asleep and enjoy some quiet time while I can. Anyway, thank you for listening to my rambles. Thank you, whoever you are, for following along with me all these years. It's been 7 years of transitioning, and yeah. That's all I got. Hope y'all are having a good week, and I'll talk to you next time.